Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for watching TCM for day one of Summer Under the Stars. We're in the middle of 24 hours of movies starring Doris Day. While Day is most closely associated with her work in light musicals and romantic comedies, she did make a handful of memorable dramas and thrillers. Up next, the one and only time Doris Day ever played a Hitchcock blonde. From Paramount in 1956, she co-stars with Jimmy Stewart in The Man Who Knew Too Much. This is Alfred Hitchcock remaking an Alfred Hitchcock movie. He first made The Man Who Knew Too Much in 1934 while still working in England, beginning to establish himself as one of the world's foremost filmmakers. While the early version is excellent, Hitchcock described it as the work of a talented amateur. Kind of a humble brag, like, I was an amateur. Obviously a talented one. Anyway, now a talented and seasoned professional, Hitch decided to remake the film 22 years later. Doris Day and Jimmy Stewart play an ordinary couple mixed up in extraordinary circumstances. That's a common Hitchcock plot motivator. While on vacation in Morocco with their young son, they accidentally stumble into coveted information they aren't supposed to have, and their trip quickly becomes one with peril at every turn. While this is unmistakably an Alfred Hitchcock movie, it also stars Doris Day, and what would a Doris Day movie be without at least one song? To justify Day performing a song in a Hitchcock thriller, her character is a former singer here. Hitchcock commissioned an original song for her, Que Sera Sera, written by Jay Livingston and Ray Evans. When Doris Day first heard the song, she thought it was too childish, a kiddie song. That's how she put it. Looking back years later, Day said she'd never been more wrong about anything. The song became Day's signature tune, and it won Livingston and Evans an Academy Award. From 1956, also with Brenda DeBanzi and Bernard Miles, this is Alfred Hitchcock's remake of Alfred Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much. For several years prior to this film, Doris Day and Alfred Hitchcock discussed working together. They finally got the chance with The Man Who Knew Too Much. Day knew Hitch had been impressed with her skills as a dramatic actress in a 1950 thriller, Storm Warning, but she was still eager to prove those skills to him. Getting that kind of validation, though, turned out to be nearly impossible. Day wasn't really looking for praise, but as a professional, she definitely wanted to know at a minimum that she was meeting her director's expectations. Hitchcock, however, was not one to lavish praise on his actors, or even lavish moderate satisfaction. Day became convinced that the lack of feedback or direction meant Alfred Hitchcock was disappointed in her performance. She finally arranged a meeting with Hitchcock and said she was thinking of backing out of the production and he could replace her with somebody else. Hitchcock was stunned and said he thought she was doing everything right. If she hadn't been, he said, he'd have told her. Coming up, the tense drama I just mentioned that first gave Hitchcock the idea to work with Doris Day. She joins a surprising cast, including Ginger Rogers and Ronald Reagan, in Storm Warning. That's next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Storm Warning, then April in Paris, and later, Kid Galahad. Bogey's got a puncher's chance tonight.